meaning I could turn 100 to 200 trading tokens into over 2,000 trading tokens within only a couple of hours. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to the Grow a Garden video. Today we're going to be talking about the best and easiest way to earn yourself trade tokens so you can gain a ton of value, get the pets that you want, and possibly spend some on some premium items that you do not have. Now, if you enjoy this video, find it useful, or just want to stay updated on the best leaks, tips, tricks, methods for Grow a Garden, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That being said, let's go ahead and get straight into the video. Okay, so first off, let's talk about the new trading update and exactly what was added, what was changed, and what are those new trading tokens. Well, first off, they did do a rehaul of the whole trading system. So on the left-hand side here, you can see there is now a trade button. You click it, you can view everyone in your server's inventory, which is a really cool addition, as well as you can view your trading history, and you can change some settings. For example, you could make it so people can't view your inventory. You can set up a trading pin. So if your account gets hacked and someone tries to trade away your items, they can't because there is a pin set. Just make sure you obviously don't forget that pin if you do set a pin, and you can have unfair trade warning. Now you can also get the new trading tokens. This currency is a little interesting. First off, the only way to obtain it is either from trading or purchasing it with Robux, and you can spend it on literally any Robux item in the game. Now, a lot of people were confused because you would go to the seed shop or something like that and try to buy a seed, and you would notice that it would only show up with the Robux option, but that is because you just don't have enough trading tokens. So if I go to something that I can actually afford, it actually lets me buy it for trading tokens, and that's the same for literally every item in the game, including the premium shop items and the exotic gem chest, but obviously I don't have enough tokens for it to appear. Now, that being said, obviously we have that new trading hub portal. I'm warning you right now, it is a bit laggy. So as soon as you go in here, you might lag, especially if you're a mobile player. But inside of this trading hub, you can go ahead and claim your own booth, put your own booth skin on it. And currently the only way to get booth skins is from opening these two containers, which obviously you can buy for trading tokens. And then you can sell any plant or any pet or any booth skin that you want for however amount of trading tokens that you want. Now, I hope that cleared up any misconceptions you had about this update and how trading works and how these new tokens work, but obviously you came here to learn the easiest ways to get the tokens. You may have heard the saying before, you need money to make money, and that could never be more true in this game. So first off, you need to get yourself trading tokens. If you are ever planning on spending Robux on this game, or if you have some extra Robux laying around, by far the best way to give yourself a head start in this update and with trading tokens is to buy that new 200 Robux pack in the shop that gives you 200 trading tokens and the new trading sign, which you can just hold up and it shows your item. You can also obviously buy trading tokens for just straight up Robux. It's one trading token per one Robux. But if you are ever planning on buying them, now is the absolute best time to do so when everything is super low in value, when there's not many trading tokens in circulation. Now will give you the most value for your buck as opposed to buying trading tokens maybe a week out. Now, I can already feel the angry comments coming, and no, I did not forget about you free-to-play players. Obviously, you can get trading tokens without spending Robux. I'm just saying right now is the best time to give yourself a really good head start because these trading tokens are at their highest value that they ever will be. That being said, if you're a free-to-play player and you don't want to spend Robux on these tokens, you have two options. First off, you can go ahead and take any of the pets that you have right now and take them to the trading hub and start selling them. I'll be talking about how you can determine exactly how much these are worth and how much you should be selling them for, but that would be the simplest way to get trading tokens. Any pet in the game that you have that is even remotely rare will easily sell for at least 10 trading tokens or more. But obviously, if you have some other insane pets, maybe even a headless horseman, even patchies will probably sell for quite a bit. Take those to the trading hub and sell one of them to get yourself at least 20, maybe 30 trading tokens. And yes, you truly only need 20 or 30 tokens because I'll be going over how you can flip that easily into hundreds. Now, keep in mind, there are still a ton of poor players in this game, people who just started playing, people who've only been playing for a few weeks, who don't have a ton of shekels, who are willing to spend a couple of trading tokens for some decent fruits. So your other option is to grow yourself some pretty expensive fruits, at least worth billions, maybe even trillions if you can, and be like this person who is selling a blood orange that's worth 109 billion for 10 trading tokens. Now, depending on the size of the fruit and the supply, the amount that you're able to get, you could probably lower that a little bit to get them to sell faster, but you'll notice there's just a ton of people selling fruits and stuff for one trading token, and as long as they're even remotely valuable with a few mutations worth a couple billion or trillion, you'll easily be able to sell them for at least one trading token, which means it only takes like 20 or 30 fruits to get 20 or 30 trading tokens. And obviously, with how easy it is to get massive plants using black cats, moon cats, any growth multiplier pet, combined with Grandmaster sprinklers and literally any of the transcendent shop seeds, or maybe even a bone blossom if you have it, or maple resin, it's not hard to get a steady supply of massive plants and even even better if you have raccoons. You can easily raccoon them and then take them to the trading plaza, sell them for maybe 1, 2, maybe even 3 trading tokens each, and gain yourself quite a bit of trading tokens. In fact, I actually plan on doing that pretty soon on an alt account because it'll be a pretty steady flow of tokens, and any new player or poorer player who comes across trillions of shekels for only a couple of trading tokens, they'll easily want to buy it up as fast as possible to save themselves time. Now, like I mentioned earlier, you need money to make money. So once you finally have trading tokens, it becomes a lot easier to actually gain trading tokens. But first, before you start trading, before you start selling and buying, you need to know exactly what the values of things are to know when you're getting a good deal. Now, right now, the wrap system is really not accurate at all. Do not even reference this wrap value probably for another day, maybe even 2 days. Instead, there are 2 really good, reliable sources of values for pets in Grow a Garden. Now, what I personally use the most and what I would highly recommend is today's sponsor, Trade Kitsune, an amazing Grow Garden trading platform with tons of useful tools. Easily post, find, and coordinate trades with other players using their new updated trade system. When creating trade boats, you now have a ton of different filtering options to figure out what are the best pets that you want to trade. And when looking at all the trade posts for a specific pet, you now have a ton of different filtering options for all the trade posts. And with other quality of life changes, like duplicate pets now stacking in the trade window, and the maximum pet age now being increased to 125 with accurate values, Trade Kitsune is truly the only Grow a Garden trading tool you could ever need, with tons of useful other tools. So check it out with the link in the description. That being said, to find pretty good accurate values for pets right now in trading tokens, you could also use the fact that 1 trading token is 1 Robux, meaning 100 trading tokens is 100 Robux. So 100 trading tokens is roughly $1 USD, probably closer to 80 cents or 90 cents. And use that knowledge to look at another stable and reliable market, the black market. Obviously, do not buy anything. I'm not saying to promote cross trading at all. Do not cross trade in this game. Cross trading is not a good thing. Not even going to show you guys the websites to do so. But if you want to get a good guesstimate of what a pet is really worth for trading tokens based on a market that's been up obviously since Grow a Garden started, these black markets are probably one of the better areas to look. For example, there are people selling hydras for $1.44 Canadian, and they've sold literally thousands of them, and that's about $1 American, meaning the regular hydra is going to be worth around 100 trading tokens, maybe a little bit less because the trading tokens are going to be a little less valuable than $1 American. So I'd say if you're buying a hydra for less than 50 trading tokens, you're going to be getting a good deal. You can sell it probably for around 70 or 80, and you can do that for every pet to get a good estimate on values. Obviously, nothing is concrete yet, so use your critical thinking in those 2 different value sources. That's what I'll be using to make sure I'm getting good deals as I'm buying and selling stuff. So now that you have a decent amount of trade tokens and you have some knowledge on how to calculate relative estimated values for pets right now before the wrap is actually settled, don't waste any more time. Start going into the trading hub and buying stuff immediately. Now there's 2 methods I would recommend. First off, sniping. This is going to be the best method to gain tokens right now as the update is still fresh and people are trying to get trading tokens for themselves. And I'd recommend you probably do this for the next day or so and then switch to the second method that I'll be talking about. But sniping items is very simple. Go ahead and join the trading plaza, and once you're in, look at each booth and look for any values that are just obviously really good deals. So any rare pet that's less than 10 trading tokens is going to be a good deal. You'll be able to resell it for more trading tokens later. For example, even something like the black cat here for 4 trading tokens is not a bad deal at all. You can buy this and probably sell it for around 6 tokens. But for sniping specifically, you're looking to buy things for maybe 1 or 2 trading tokens each. You want to get the lowest possible value as possible, and this is the perfect time to do so. So if you can't find a good deal in your server, block someone in the server. It's really the only way to ensure you don't join the server again. Go through the portal and then teleport back again, and you will be in a fresh server because you blocked that user. Obviously, the longer that the update is out, the more the values will be concrete and the less snipes you'll be able to find. But even if you're familiar with the Pet Sim 99 days, sniping never is a bad idea. Even a week out from the update, you'll be able to find pets that are way undervalued from people who just aren't aware of values or people who are super desperate for tokens. But once again, keep in mind, this method will require a lot more time and a lot more patience, although it can be a lot more rewarding. And in fact, I spent a little bit of time sniping myself. Obviously, the update just came out, so there were a lot of items that I was able to snipe. But as you can see here, I got a couple dragonflies for 1 trading token each, and a lobster thermometer as well for 1 trading token, which I can easily flip for probably 70 or more trading tokens each. Now, the second option is going to be a lot more reliable and easier for a lot of you guys, especially once these values start to settle a little bit, and that would be to flip items. So once the values settle, or using the 2 value methods that I mentioned earlier, you want to find some pets that are a good deal, and they don't have to be like 1 or 2 trading tokens like the sniping method. It really just has to be anything that is selling for around its wrap value that you can easily sell for slightly more. For example, this ostrich selling for 5 tokens, which is exactly its wrap value. Ostriches specifically are from the paradise egg, so they are going to hold a little bit of value. People are going to want to turn these into seal food. You could flip this by buying it for like 5 and then maybe selling it for 7. That's one way to flip an item. You can also flip an item like this specifically by using your own team of seals and kois to get a paradise egg from this, hatch a pet that's possibly better than the ostrich, or just keep hatching over and over again until you get a pet that's better than the ostrich. Because if you didn't know, if you're hatching with a full team of seals and a full team of kois, over time you will not lose eggs because it adds up to a 100% chance to duplicate the egg, meaning you could take that peacock, turn it into a paradise egg, and if you're lucky enough to not lose an egg, or maybe even lucky enough to gain a few eggs as you're hatching, you can easily hatch yourself a mimic, maybe even a peacock, and then sell those all from that singular ostrich. Now, similar to house flipping, you can also go ahead and buy a pet for around its wrap value or around its estimated value, and then make it more valuable, whether that means using a headless horseman to turn that pet into nightmare, a Dilophosaurus or a leveling pet, or even lollipops to make the pet level 100, or even a regular elephant, or maybe even a rainbow elephant to up the pet's kg, or all 3 at the same time. You can take a low kg, low level unmutated pet and easily flip it for a couple of tokens just by using a headless horseman, leveling it up, or using an elephant. If you have a setup good enough to consistently kg up pets, and you'll easily gain a few tokens for every pet that you do that for, especially if it's an expensive pet like a mimic. If you buy a regular mimic and then turn a nightmare, maybe make it 4 kg, you'll easily gain probably around 100, maybe 200, 300 trading tokens, which is not bad at all. But to kind of show you the value difference between a regular pet and a kg upped mutated pet, I typically spend some time on my alt account kg upping and mutating mimics, and just recently sold a 60 kg nightmare mimic for 2200 trade tokens. So a normal mimic right now goes for around 100, maybe 200 trading tokens each, non-mutated and a low kg, meaning I could turn 100 to 200 trading tokens into over 2000 trading tokens within only a couple of hours of using my elephants, Dilophosaurus, and headless horseman. And in fact, I typically do 3 mimics at a time, which only takes about 6 hours. Obviously, that is at the extreme. Not everyone's going to have a rainbow elephant, rainbow dillo, or even a dillo at all. But as long as you buy a pretty high demand pet and just improve it in some way, getting nightmare is going to be a really good way to improve it in its value, and even aging it up to 100 and possibly getting it up to 4 kg, which is not too hard with a normal elephant. You'll be able to turn whatever traded tokens you spent into at least 3, 4, maybe even 5 times the trading token. But that is everything you need to know about the new trading token and farmers market update, as well as the best methods to actually go ahead and get yourself tons of those trading tokens. Personally, I think this is a pretty decent update, especially for the long-term growth of the game. And I'm still really optimistic for next week and the next few weeks, because we are getting a Christmas update probably next week. This week, I'll probably spend a lot of my time trading and still playing the new trader event. It's still incredibly rewarding. I'll make a video on that very, very soon on how you can AFK and gain a ton of lollipops and a ton of rewards, because trust me, it is really worth it to farm. But all in all, this update's pretty fun, and I hope some of these tips and tricks were able to help you hopefully get all the trading tokens you want. If you enjoyed this video, find it useful, or just want to stay up to all best leaks, tips, or methods for grow garden, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That being said, I hope you all have an amazing day and good luck gardening.